Hi there everybody, it's UK independent Stampin' Up demonstrator Halsey here from slimandstylish.stampingup.net. Hope you're all doing okay. Today I'm creating a vintage shabby chic card using the Everyday Detail stamp set. So this is a video hop with a lovely Stamp Around UK crew, and the theme this week is vintage/shabby chic. So do check out the description bar below and see what all of they have made with this theme. So I'm going to be using this vase here now. Shabby chic is not something that comes natural to me. I like clean, I like white, I like fresh and modern looking. And to me, shabby chic, there's a lot of it, and you know, it's not in my comfort zone. So this for me is really branching out, and all the way through it, I was trying to work out what I should do. So I am really interested to see what everyone else has made with this. Now, I did think this vase sort of appealed to shabby chic, but I kept the colours a little bit muted. Instead of using bright colours, I used Moody Mauve. This is the dark and the light. I started with the light, added the dark on top. And the colours I generally used were more of a deeper sort of colour. This is Lost Lagoon, light and dark on the leaves. I do actually really like these colours, and I think they work so well together. But yeah, this was my take on it. I'd be really interested for you to let me know in the comments whether you think I hit it or not. It's one of those that I never really do. So I'd be very interested to know. Then this is Cajun Craze Light and Dark, and I'm using this to colour the vase. Now, Cajun Craze is a strange one for me. I never thought I liked it, so I didn't buy the colour. I saw it in the catalogue and thought, oh gosh, no, it's like a dark brick. I'm not a fan of that. And I never bought it. And then I was at an event and got one of the blends on the table to use, and I liked it, and I thought to myself, I quite like this one. So when I came home, I ordered the duo pack so I could play with the other one. Now I've got the ink pad, now I use them regular. And it's strange, isn't it? Because I think sometimes you have it in your head, you don't like something, so you don't get it. But now I'm using it. I do really like Cajun Craze. So that was also boho blue that I've put on the little bits of cornflower in the middle. And this is the ivory blend. Now, I was just going to go around the outside to create sort of a shadow, and normally I would have stuck here. That's very much sort of my comfort zone. But I decided to actually colour the whole thing because I was liking the colour that the ivory was providing. So I went over the whole thing, including the image. You can see I'm not breaking up my pen mark for the image here. I'm just going over the whole lot and making sure that that card is well and truly covered. And I did think about screwing it up to make it look a bit more sort of vintage shabby, or adding some splats on it, but I liked how this was, and I can't really go against myself too much. So what I do decide to do in a minute is I will do some ink blending around the edge instead. There's one thing about pushing yourself, but there's also making a card that you quite like yourself, I suppose, isn't there? So I added this sentiment on. I do really like this sentiment. You make every day a little brighter. Isn't that cute? And I did the exact same thing where I went over it with the ivory pen and kept going over. In some places it's darker than others, but I figured that's what it's supposed to look like, and I ripped it for some added effect. And I really did actually like the ripped card. So I might use that again. In with my blending brushes, and I'm going around the edge of the sentiment. This is with Moody Mauve, so it's the same colour as those flowers, and I actually think the ivory and the Moody Mauve work really, really well together, to be truthful with you. I liked it and thought it was fun. So just keep going over the whole lot. You can go as much as you like. So this is actually going on the sides of the card rather than actually on the front. So it's going on the edges. Now you can put more or less on and you get more of a spread or less of a spread. I quite liked it like that. So then I looked at putting this onto some basic white, and I thought I better rip it and make myself a panel. Now this is the bit that possibly I might have changed and actually used very vanilla or perhaps the Moody Mauve instead, because it does look how bright and stark it looks. But I love white. If you watch my videos, you know all of mine are white. So I continued with it because it's my comfort zone. But for the backing piece, I did actually use the blending brush and sponge it with the Moody Mauve. Now, once I did it, and I will plot spoil here of what's coming up, I wasn't really a fan. So I decided first of all to ink blend it in, and then I decided to daub it so that we actually got sort of a brick effect of where, you know, it looks a bit more intentional, dark in some places and light in others. And it was okay, but it didn't quite do the job. And so I had to go over it with the ivory blend just to create it to be the same colour. You'll see me do that. But what I'm trying to say right now is perhaps maybe doing it in a very vanilla or a different colour might have worked a little bit better. Okay, so I screwed up my ripped it piece of basic white and added it to the card, and I've added it with dimensionals in select places where I want it to stick up. And you'll see I'm going to push it down in other places in a minute. So okay, so we got that ripped piece on. We're going to add the front on here. And then this was where I started to feel uncomfortable about how much white there was at the back and the Moody Mauve piece. Okay, so I added some twine to try and distract from that. And one thing I need to tell you about twine is twine always looks messy. It really does. So people shy away from using twine because look at that, looks a mess. But once you actually add your piece over the top of it, it works, okay? So trust in the process, keep bending it round, and you see it just adds a little bit of something then to the back of it. So yeah, you can see I was still uncomfortable, so I decided to grab the ivory blend, go over the whole lot with the ivory blend to try and make it a bit more on colour with the front bit. This was dead easy to do when it was on the card, but probably would have been a lot better to have done before I stuck it down. And then I hoped that that kind of like brought it all together a little bit more. I don't know, you'll have to let me know whether I managed to make that successful or not. Added the banner over the top, and then finally added it to my card and added something I do feel very comfortable with using. So I love our cork rounds. They're amazing. They're so beautiful. They're probably one of the best embellishments I think we've ever had. So I love them. And they fit with vintage shabby chic, I feel. And I was very happy about putting those on my card and actually feel they made it. So I was quite chuffed with that. But I have loved doing this challenge. Sometimes it's really easy to stick in your comfort zone, and I loved that I was breaking out of it. Do go and check what the other guys have done over at the Stampin' Up UK blog hop. Go down below and see their videos. I'm really interested in watching. If you're new to my channel, please do subscribe and come back for more crafty content. And as always, everything I've used today is available from my store, slimandstylish.stampingup.net. See you all soon. Bye.